Hi everyone, I am back. I have a vlog, that word, for you today about raising the proverbial bar. This is all about how to feel successful. How do you feel successful? How do you become a success? This has been coming up for me a ton lately, and lots of different conversations, and it just has been hitting everywhere. And it really struck me because I was noticing that a lot of people who I thought were very successful, I even heard about a couple stars, like famous people that I considered extremely successful, feeling like they had never made it or that they had never really been successful, which just, sent my mind spinning. So, of course, I had to think about it a little bit, and I started really thinking of it. There's lots of definitions on what people consider successful, and everybody's got a different one. Some people think making a lot of money is successful. If you have this much money, you'll be successful. Some people think having the home, the marriage, 2.3 kids. Never got the 0.3 thing, but 2.3 kids, the nice car, all that kind of stuff was successful. Some people think being just an entrepreneur is successful. Some people think being single is successful. So where do you go with that? What is the definition of success? And we have our own definition of success. We have our own definition of what we think would make us successful. And we collect that from all the different beliefs along the way. We watch movies, we watch people in our lives, and we slowly collect this definition of, okay, if I do this, and this, that life plan, then I'll be successful. Then I'll feel good, and then I'll feel happy, right? That's what we're really hitting at, is how do I gain happiness, that successfulness. And this includes everything, right? This is, body image. If I weigh 112 pounds and I have a flat stomach, then I'm successful as far as my body goes. My relationships, parenting, if I don't yell at my kids today, or my kids make it through college, then I'm a successful parent. The dropping bad habits, you name it, we've put a definition of what success would look like on it. We create one and then we lay it right on top. Psh, there it is. And the problem is that, okay, let's say you have your life list and you check it all off, right? And you get it all done, and then the problem is a lot of people will wake up and they can look and their list is complete, and guess what? They're not happy. So they don't feel successful. So they raise that bar, right? They keep raising it. And the problem with that is you never get to feel successful, ever. You just keep on going. And you never come into that present moment where you really notice how amazing your life is. And I don't care if you have nothing done on your list. There are things that are amazing about your life. We really do it with everything. If you really think about, if you want to know if you have like this list for being a success, take a look at things in your life that quote unquote aren't the way they need to be. And take a look at what expectations you have wrapped around them. Relationships, marriages, right? A lot of people have a perfect marriage in their head, and if their significant other doesn't measure up to that, guess what? They don't have a good marriage, and they'll sit there on that. A lot of people have, like I said, the kids, the job, career's a huge one. So if I do this, and this, my expectations is that I go here and I do this and I complete this project and I make this much a year or a month. And if I don't do that, I'm not a success. And the problem with that is those expectations. Expectations can just kill you, because you never stop raising the bar. It doesn't matter if your significant other does everything on your list and they say, okay, give me your list. I'm going to be the perfect person for you. I guarantee you, if you're in this mode of nothing's ever good enough or raising that bar over and over again, you'll just make a new list. And you'll keep adding to the list because you have this perfect marriage in your head, or this perfect child in your head, and the poor kids can't do anything for you. So it's really wrapped around being present in your life, and really to get over this, hump. I mean, that's the question. Okay, so how do I fix this? And it really is wrapped around dropping the expectations. Dropping expectations of needing something or yourself, especially. We have a ton of expectations on ourselves. Dropping those expectations and seeing where you are right now. And really, this is where that gratitude comes in, guys. Really being grateful for what you have right now. I mean, I guarantee you, if you can shift your focus a little bit to gratitude, you will be amazed at what the beauty is that you already have in your life. I heard somebody tell a story the other day about their dad, and they realized kind of the moment that they forgave him, they realized that they had compiled this list again of the perfect dad, and realized that he was never going to measure up. And in the meantime, they were missing everything that he was, the great, great things that he really, really was. And that's the deal is, guys, we weren't meant to get to a certain point. We weren't meant to hit this point and hit this point and hit this point and then be successful. We were meant to create. We're creators. We're here to experience this life. And that's really what it's all about. So when you get into that gratitude and get feeling so good about what you're doing and what you're passionate about, right? Passion's a huge one. That's why they say follow your passion, is because that's when you start to feel life running through you. I've as many sessions as I've done with clients, every single time when we get to that point where they're releasing the thought, the first sentence usually comes out of their mouth is, I feel so alive. Because they've released that attachment, that expectation of whatever it was they were caught up in. And all of a sudden they feel alive because they're back to love, that ball of love we are. They connect right back to it. And then it's like, I'm successful, right? I got it. I'm happy. I'm doing what I need to do. And that's really what it's all about. Basically, when you get back into that gratitude, you shift your focus. And that's what we've always talked about, right? Shifting your focus back into what you want. And gratitude is so paramount in that because it shifts you away from that list, okay? And it pulls you back from it. And when you get pulled back from that list, you can see what is in your life. And when you focus on what you want, guess what comes more into your life? More of what you want. So when you're focusing on that expectation list, you're going to get more of what you don't want, and that's definitely not what we want. So, and again, guys, I've said this before, but this really goes for yourself too. I mean, really, really take a look. I guess that's a great exercise for you guys to try, is really take a look and see what expectations you have of yourself, what expectations you have of others, and try to notice, are they even realistic? Are you ever noticing when those people meet them or when you meet them? Are you ever taking a moment to kind of celebrate who you are and what you've done? I had a client the other day that was talking about, he's going to school and he's in college, and he has a lot of family that has been asking him about college, and he just loves going to school. But the more people asked him, well, what are you going to do with it? Where are you going to go after that? The more he started to feel that kind of ickiness going away from his true self, which is always what the negative emotion is, he started to feel really bad. And what he noticed was, when we talked about it was, I love going to school. I love learning. I love experiencing, expanding my mind and figuring out new things. That's why I'm doing it. And he said, I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. I know I'll figure it out, but right now it's just school. It's amazing. It's learning. I'm experiencing life. I'm passionate about it. And that was it, right? Because as long as he looked at where he needed to be going, or where he needed to be, or what it would be to be successful with school, as long as he kept his view there, he's never going to feel successful. I don't care if he gets 4 degrees and goes on to this huge job. If he's always raising that bar, he never stops to see what he's done, and not just what he's done, but what it feels like to do it. Because that's life. It's all about the experience. And that's really where it's at on this, you guys. This has been such a big aha for me, because, with the business, with parenting, with everything, I've always kind of been just searching for more. There's always one more thing. Okay, if I just get this done, then I'll feel good. Then I'll feel happy. Then I'll feel successful. And guess what? You just keep waking up going, oh, there's more, there's more, there's more. And that's really what it's all about. When you sit in the moment and be present and really experience the passion of creating what you're doing, of feeling what you're doing, that's success. That's when you feel successful. So if you're not feeling successful at all, or you're feeling like there's a lack of something in your life, I guarantee you, if you'll take a moment, step back, take a look at the expectations you have wrapped up on it, take a look at, are you really grateful for anything in your life right now, or could you stand to shift your focus over that way? Huge difference, huge impact. And the best part about it is when you shift your focus back to that, guess what? You want more. And then all of a sudden you want to go forward and you want to do more. And that just keeps you going. And that to me is actually very, very successful. So that's all I have to say today. Check out my new website, www.alwayschallengeunhappiness.com. It's going to go through a couple changes here in the near future, so be patient with me. But I love you all, and I thank you for listening. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page, and stay tuned. There's more coming. So, bye, guys.